Ms. Caraveo, it would appear that your views on immigration and border security have changed significantly in the last couple of years. 3 years ago, you called for the defunding of Border Patrol and ICE, and then this summer, you joined Republicans in strongly condemning Kamala Harris specifically and the Biden administration more generally for failing to secure the border. What caused you to so drastically change your views on immigration in just a few years?
I think the country has changed, and we've seen a crisis that both parties have set up and not offered solutions for. And so, as a member of Congress from a district that is very evenly divided, it is my responsibility to portray the opinions of my constituents. And I've done that by being the 8th most bipartisan freshman member of Congress. I've done that by passing the first law that a freshman member of this Congress passed last year, and I've done that by introducing a bipartisan package around immigration reform and many other issues. And so really that is the way that I am approaching this issue and many other issues, making sure that I'm truly representing the people of the 8th District.
So it sounds like you're drawing a distinction between what you believe about immigration and border security and what you believe your constituents want on the issue. Because of the changes in your position, I'm going to ask you about a number of things that you've supported in the past, and if you would please just tell me briefly whether you still hold those positions. If you want to differentiate and say, I still hold the position, but I'm going to vote against it anyway because I think that's what my constituents want, feel free to say that. But let's try to get folks some clarity because of the changes that have happened. In 2021, you called on the Biden administration to divest from immigration enforcement agencies like ICE and CBP. Is that still your position?
My constituents do not believe that, and so I would vote against that.
Is it still your position? Do you still believe that that's the right thing to do?
My job is to represent the 8th Congressional District, and that is what I'm doing every time that I vote.
In 2019, you sponsored a bill prohibiting local law enforcement from cooperating with federal immigration holds in Colorado. Do you still believe that Colorado law enforcement should be barred from working with immigration agents?
It shouldn't be up to local law enforcement to do what the federal government has failed to do.
That sounds like a yes. You still hold that position.
The local police officers should not be enforcing laws that the federal government has not reformed.
In 2021, you sponsored a bill that allowed the state to award contracts to companies that knowingly employ people who are not in this country legally. Is that still your view?
I will vote in keeping with what the constituents of the 8th District want me to, and I think that is taking a balanced approach to people that immigrate here legally and illegally.
That did not answer the question at all. In 2021, you sponsored a bill that allowed the state to give contracts to companies that knowingly employ people who do not have legal authorization to work. Do you still believe that's the right thing to do?
I've not had a bill presented to me since then.
In 2021, you sponsored a bill that opened up taxpayer-paid public housing to people here illegally. Is that still your position?
I have, around the issue of housing, made sure that I'm introducing a bill to have the federal government pay for migrant housing so that local taxpayers do not.
Well, local taxpayers pay federal taxes, so it's still their money.
Yeah, but a disproportionate amount should not come onto the taxpayers only of Denver.
Okay, thank you.